This is the Osee field monitor, and this is the monitor I use in my studio for all my sort of YouTube production stuff. But it's actually a monitor that has been designed to be able to use outside in full sun. And that's because it is one of the brightest field monitors ever made. And at 21.5 inches, you are not going to miss it. You have got a lot of real estate to see what's going on. Now, this is a 1500 nit monitor. And just to give you a sort of an idea of how bright that is, sort of the modern most brightest phones on the market right now are about 1000 nits, and a standard monitor like you would look at in an office or use for editing, video editing, is generally around 300 to 400, up to a maximum of 600 nits. So this monitor is 3 times brighter than the average monitor that you would see in your office. And as you can imagine, if you took one of those monitors outside, you would not be able to see the image at all. So this is designed to be able to go outside and be used on site in full sun and be able to still see the image because of the brightness. Now the monitor does come with a hood, but in every possible situation that I can conceive of, you're not going to need that because the monitor is just so bright.
Because of the camera's limited dynamic range in sort of high sun situations like this image doesn't actually represent how bright this monitor is to the human eye in real life. And even in sunshine conditions like this, I would suggest the actual image that I saw on the day. The brightness was similar to what your TV would look like at home in the living room in the evening.
Now, in full disclosure, Osee did send me this monitor to sort of use and test in my production workflow, and all they asked me to do was take it outside and show how bright it was and make a video about it. So all these opinions are my own, and really what I'm doing today is just showing you how actually bright this monitor is in full sun. And we are in Australia, down under. We have some of the brightest sunshine here in the world because everybody knows we have a totally different sun than everywhere else. So it is very, very bright. And right now we are midday and that sun is basically directly overhead. We are on the verge of summer, and this is as bright as sunshine as you're going to get just about anywhere in the world. And I can still see and use this monitor. A few key features about this monitor and how it's different than your sort of normal desktop monitor. The first thing is the portability. It's got a handle on the back, it's got these feet on the side so you can just set it anywhere, but on the back it has the ability to mount it on a stand. So I've got it on a light stand right now. Normally in my office, I have it on a C stand, so I have a boom coming down with my microphone or overhead camera, and then I have an arm coming off that I've got the monitor on just off to the side so I can see what's going on. But it is designed to be hung on either a light stand or generally a C stand. And just talking about the portability and the ability to travel with this monitor, it does come with a foam insert, which is actually designed to go into a specific size Pelican case. So in the box that ships, it comes with this insert. If you've got that size Pelican case, you go out and buy that size Pelican case, you just take the monitor and the whole foam, insert it, and you drop it into the Pelican case, and now you have a custom-made foam molded Pelican case set up for the monitor when you're traveling. This monitor has a range of different ways that you can connect it to your camera or system. You've got one HDMI, you got 2 SDI, and you got 1 CVBS. You've also got 1 STI out, so you can feed that through to other devices if you need to. Now the monitor can be powered in 3 different ways. You've got AC, you've got DC, or you've got battery. And the battery just is what makes this thing so versatile for me. And right now I've just got a V-Lock or V-mount battery on the back of the monitor, and that's powering the monitor. But when I'm back in the studio, I'm just plugging this into the wall outlet, and that's how I'm powering the monitor. Now the monitor has a complete suite of software built into it to allow you to get your exposure right, your audio levels right, your focus right. You can load your LUTs in it and custom LUTs. It's got default LUTs. So it's got the normal range or normal suite of options that you would have in any field monitor. So you're not going to miss out on anything there. And that range of tools is obviously the biggest difference between a field monitor and a general monitor that you'd have at home. So you might ask, why not just plug into sort of a normal monitor? It's because I have all these tools to make sure that I am getting my exposure right, my audio levels right, all of those things, my focus right. All of those things are built into the monitor. So once you implement those and get those working, it becomes somewhat idiot-proof. It really shines and it really shows you, hey, I haven't got my exposure right, or I haven't got my focus right. That is really going to stand out when you're using a monitor like this. unlike just using a standard sort of 1080p monitor. Now, for more details on the monitor and pricing and specifications, I have put links in the description down below. And if you've got any other questions, don't hesitate to ask, because I actually use this monitor every day as part of my normal production workflow. I'm normally not out in the bright sun of Australia, in the sewer of Melbourne, Australia, but I do use this every day, so I am very familiar with it. So don't hesitate to ask if you've got any questions.